Let's go back a little bit in time to 2006. Well, what were we
Go
doing in
back in time.
2006? What was happening in 2006?
I was drunk through most of that year and the next 10. So
There you go. Um, we're talking about Hatchet. This is a star-studded affair here. When a group of tourists in a New Orleans haunted swamp tour find themselves stranded in the wilderness, their evening of fun and spooks turns into a horrific nightmare. Written and directed by Adam Green, who created and starred in the show Holliston. Have you guys seen that?
Hmm.
It's got like Oderus Urungus from Guar in it and Dee Snider, and it's like a sitcom. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
But you can watch that on, I think you can watch that on Shudder. He did Digging Up the Marrow, Frozen, not the Disney film, but the one where people are freezing to death on the ski lift. Um, but like if you look at his, he did all the Hatchet films too. If you look at his credentials, like he has written and directed all these projects. So it's not like,
Wasn't
any
this wasn't this some kind of contest?
was it?
The, was it wasn't there like a green light show or something like that in
Project
that name of the
Greenlight. I
show?
thought that was
Is that not this?
I thought that was
wasn't
the
that Feast? That
yeah.
was Feast, I think.
Feast. Okay,
Yeah.
that's right. I
But
like that one.
yeah, let's see here. Summary for this film. When a group of tourists, oh, I already read that. Fucking get off me. Cast highlights. I just want to go to this, and then Jason, I'll let you start. Joel David Moore as Ben. If you don't know who that is, he played JP in Grandma's Boy. He's been in a bunch of stuff, but you probably know him as JP from
We'll
Grandma's
be
Boy.
forever, JP.
Yeah.
Just a snake
I've got
jiggling around
robot
the neck.
legs. Yeah.
I'm gonna get robot legs.
But you got Kane Hodder as Victor Crowley slash Mr. Crowley, best known, of course, as the human pizza from House 4,
His
among some
biggest
other
work right there.
among some other things. We might have played a slasher here or there. Uh, Joel, Joel Murray as Doug Shapiro, best known as Bill Murray's youngest brother, but you've seen him in something. He was in, what was that? God Bless America, that Bobcat Goldthwait movie. That's crazy that
Love
he
that
was.
flick.
Uh,
Yeah.
you might have even seen him. He goes on tour with the Whose Line Is It Anyways guys a lot and does improv and
Oh.
stuff.
And One
So,
Crazy Summer with John Cusack from the
oh
80s.
yeah,
Yeah, he's been in a ton of movies. He
Oh, yeah,
pops in
for
as
sure.
the
He's
best
fun.
friend or random guy on the street in New
yeah. I'm
York.
sure he's in like Scrooge. You know,
Yeah.
Oh, he's probably got some part in there, yeah.
Then you have Richard Ryle as Jim Permatio, uh, best known as Deuce Bigelow, the male gigolo's father. Remember that?
Yeah.
He's the bathroom attendant. He also was in Office Space. He was one of the Toms. Um, then you got Patrica, right? Patrica Darbo as Shannon Permatio. She was Art's wife in The Burbs. Uh, Robert
Nice.
Englund makes an appearance. Tony Todd makes a cameo as Reverend Zombie. Uh, John Carl Buchler, is that Buchler? How do you say that?
Beagler.
He plays Jack Cracker. He plays this character in all the Hatchet movies, I think. But he's like a big super special effects guy. He directed Troll, Friday the 13th, New Blood, Ghoulies Go to College.
Did he die? Did he die?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Not too long ago.
not too recently. Okay, all right.
Uh, but yeah, if you look up just his special effects work, you'll be like, God damn, he's done fucking everything. That's awesome. Like it's such a fucking credit. Um, and then you got my favorite character in this movie, Dion Richmond as Marcus. Does anybody remember this dude from the Cosby Show?
Yeah, he was Bud.
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 Yeah.
He's like
I
Rudy's
love
best
that.
friend. He's also in Not
Yeah.
Another Teen Movie as the token black guy or whatever. Fucking funny dude. I don't know if he's still doing shit, but he's worth looking
He's
up.
done a lot of like sitcoms and TV and stuff.
Yeah. All right, Jason, kick things off. This was your pick.
Yeah. So, well, my first note is old school American horror, and I also want to say that that is the tagline. And awesome, awesome artwork. Simple. I like it. People seem to mess these things up nowadays. I feel they got that one right. Anyways, yeah, so like a slasher comedy, if you will. Just extremely over the top movie. The first 5 minutes, the dudes get torn apart. It sets the tone right there, lets you know what this is going to be right from the beginning. Great cast. I love the characters. Even the two bimbos. We want to die, and they also have other perks being in the movie.
Man, the
Uh,
first 5 minutes of this thing is just like a fucking Girls Gone Wild.
Mhm.
Just Mardi Gras. Woo!
yeah, and they find a way to sprinkle it in throughout and stuff. New
Yeah.
location. Okay, ladies, let's get it. All right. Yes. Some of the best kills I've seen in horror movies, uh, including and going along with great practical effects. And it actually has kind of a decent backstory. Even a little bit sad. I kind of kind of felt a little something during that cabin where he's about
You
to
know what?
die, burn
You
up.
know what that reminds me of?
The burning.
Pumpkinhead 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pumpkinhead 2.
Oh,
You remember the beginning of
yeah,
that?
yeah,
That's just how it gave me them same vibes.
Mhm.
yep. Short runtime, easy watch. The ending a little abrupt.
I liked
Um, Now it's been a long time since I've seen part two, but I'm guessing part two jumps in right there.
I
Um,
think so, yeah.
could be wrong. But it's been a while. Um, yeah, fun, entertaining, bloody as hell, cool setting. I like the swamp. Um, it kind of hits on everything for me. It's funny without like necessarily really trying. Like it just seemed very casual with the humor, but it works really well for me. Um, I gave it an 8 out of 10. Who's next?
Randy, why don't you go?
Oh, yeah. So I guess I've only ever seen the first three of these. I didn't know there was a fourth one.
Mhm.
So that was news to me. But I remember when this came out, I know a lot of you guys really liked it. It wasn't something I thought was very good back then. I think there was a lot of stuff coming out around that time. I don't have it in front of me, but so on a rewatch, I hadn't seen it, in years. I was low expectations, but yeah, pleasantly surprised. It was really funny, way funnier than I remembered it being. And some of those kills are insanely brutal. I mean, like it's like ha ha ha, just destroying people, and you're like, what the hell, right? I love every character in this boat makes me laugh, and I was rooting for the two bimbos. I was like, I thought it would be
They
funny
were
if one of them
funny,
got away.
man.
Yeah, they were pretty
They
great,
were funny.
and a lot of perks. It was very perky. I agree. I liked
Out of
that.
perk.
Um, I mean, the story is silly, but the backstory to Victor Crowley and his dad is sad. The flashback with the kid eating the like gruel, and he's just like, like it's like, yeah, get it in there, and stuff. I was like, oh shit, yeah, this is what way I imagine Jason being, the from Friday the 13th, right? So they
Mhm.
were definitely borrowing from some things. But what a cool setting. I love New Orleans, man. I've always wanted to go there. I would go there tomorrow if I had money. And I love this setting. I love the swamp. It's dark and ominous, and when they're running through it, you can see where you need to be, and it's still miles away. It's really cool. The practical VFX, like I said, amazing. Kane Hodder, as always, one of the coolest dudes I've ever met at a con, and appreciates his fans. And I love to watch him do shit. He is an imposing son of a gun. I would say, my cons on this watch were, like I said, it's not it's a silly story with not a whole lot of substance, but what's there is fun and entertaining, and it's a quick watch. And the ending does feel a little unfinished, but that was kind of the appeal. When it ended, I actually laughed. I went, "Oh, that was cool." Like, guess I'll have to watch part two now, right again. And I imagine we probably will. I'll hold off if we're going to. If not, I may end up doing a
Oh yeah.
weekend. So, but yeah, I gotta
Nah, we're doing
say,
the, we're doing the franchise.
I love the jokes. I like the runtime. I had a good time. Boobs. Who doesn't like boobs? So I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Uh, the movie kicks off like with you get that Robert England. That's a
Yes.
cool way to start the movie, and
Mhm.
then it plays this Marilyn Manson song that I love. It's uh
New shit.
Yeah,
this is the new shit from Golden Age of the Grotesque, which is like one of my favorite songs on
such a
that album.
good album. I
Yeah.
love it.
But um that led me to believe, oh fuck, this has one of those fucking soundtracks from the early 2000s that's just fucking bangers all the way down. And then I look it up, and like that is the only actual song except for Paula Cole's I Don't Want to Wait, which is that girl's cell phone
Yeah,
ringer.
Ringtone.
And then
yeah.
the rest of the music is done by it's like original score by this guy named Andy Garfield, who has worked with Adam Green on like a bunch of shit. So um I hate how they dress Tony Todd up. I hate it. It looks like Vince McMahon came up with this outfit back in 1991. It's fucking crazy. Uh, he does the best that he can with this, but like that, aside from that, and the tour guide guy, I don't like him. That's the only few things.
Oh,
Oh
He
what?
yeah.
was funny.
Here's why I have a
Dude,
problem with him.
it blew my mind when I you see that the Asian accent is also fake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's got three
that's what I.
I
accents.
was
But they
like,
were all
what's
bad.
going on?
Like he's a bad actor doing not multiple different bad
Oh, I thought he
accents.
was
No,
funny.
He was
I
Uh,
thought it was
annoying
funny.
too. Like I just didn't like the character. But he's in. Look, we can look forward to him in every single one of these fucking movies. I looked at his credentials, and
yep.
he's in all of them. Different characters, I believe. But
I think he plays his twin brother in the
oh,
second. I think.
thanks. They must be good friends or something.
yeah, because he
Uh,
mentions that his brother let him take the boat out to make
Yep.
money. So yeah.
the rest of the characters I found really entertaining. The Joel Murray is just like this girls gone wild dude who's got these two loose women with, and
But
he's
he's
always like,
actually a businessman, dude. He's
yeah. But
not
Yeah.
I
real.
love how
He's
he's
a
just no
marketing
matter
professional.
Yeah.
anytime they're in a new location, all right, girls, and then they just I don't know what I want to see the speech he gave these girls to get come on, whatever. But
Buy
whenever
you
the one
beavers.
yeah, when the one girl says to the other girl that her nipples are dumb, I laugh so fucking hard. That is-
Or
but
your syphilis.
and I really like the the chemistry between that Joel David Moore and Dion Richards, because he's like all sad. Joel David Moore's like all sad and shit because his girlfriend broke up with another dude's like the way they bounce off of each other, because that dude's kind of annoying too, but I don't know, they got a fun friendship. Uh, the highlights in this film are all the special effects, really. Like the death of the older couple, like the fucking wife really gets
Oh yeah.
her
Yeah.
entire head ripped in two, and the way they edited that, and just all practical effects, it's insane, and it stands up as still like some of the craziest shit I think I've seen in a movie.
Yeah, it still looks
Um,
good.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
uh, I do think that they make this move at the end, and it's common for horror movie. People make bad fucking decisions, but they set this dude on fire. He goes down, and then they run away. What the fuck? That's where you get everything. You hit him in the head. This guy just killed. Did you see how he tore their head? They twisted their heads.
Yeah.
Like he'll.
Yeah.
We have to smash him to bits or even completely dismember him. Don't run away. You already realize that you have to run fucking forever to get to civilization. But yeah, just smash him to smithereens, man. The ending is really cool. The bad guy does win. He does pull. He is fucking snatching some of Jason Voorhees style though, with the way he just like grabs her out of the boat or in the lake. What are we doing? Well, they're in the swamp, I guess. But it's a fun ass movie. I gave it an 8 out of 10. John.
Yeah, so I remember being real geeked for this when it came out. I bought it day one, loved it. Solid slasher. At the time, it was fresh, even though it was full homage, to the stuff we grew up with. If you watch any of the special features, they're pretty good. There's like a gag reel and a lot of behind the scenes stuff with the makeup. Um, Adam Green talks about like the stuff he grew up with, and it's pretty much what it what it is. You know, the same stuff we grew up with. Um, Excellent special effects. That's really the star of the show. That was my favorite kill, the Patrika Darbo kill. I love that. You see it just, you see the skin snap. You know what I mean? It was like a really, really awesome effect. Not, no, it's all practical, you know, no digital whatsoever, as far as I know. Um, Joel David Moore was funny. I love, he'll forever be JP. He could win 100 Oscars and he'll forever be JP. You know, that was his moment, you know, and that's probably what gave him, you know, his start. But he's a good actor. I liked him in this. One of the special features talks about like how when he walked in, the director was like, "Oh," he was thinking like, "No fucking way," and then he just killed his audition, and he gave him, you know, he gave him the part. The I I hadn't watched it in a while, but it was like we don't see really Victor Crowley like doing stuff until like 45 minutes in. You know what I mean? Like at the beginning, it's real ambiguous. And then it's all like, hey, and then it's just like a barrage of gore and a belt sander, a gas powered belt sander,
That
too.
was so random. I was like, where the hell did he pull that out of?
He's like, I just watched his special features again today because they're not long at all. The effects guy was like, if I can build it, it can exist. So there it is. And he put it together and it worked. Um, but this is a super solid slasher. There was not much coming out at the time, I don't think. I what, almost 20 years later? I don't remember. It's a solid slasher that spawned a whole franchise. You know,
Yeah.
that's what they wanted. Even in the, you know, special features again, they were already talking about Hatchet too. So, like, you know, you knew what was coming if you watched that stuff. But yeah, this is a nine. This is a good, really, really, really good slasher.
The whole franchise is I, I don't I don't want to say underrated, but definitely they don't. It's not held in high regard. It seems like with other franchises. It's a solid freaking franchise. I don't
Yeah,
know.
man. Totally.
It's lower budget, but holy smokes!
I mean, it's
I don't know.
entertaining. They get the horror
Maybe because it's
icons in.
silly, not
Yeah.
taken seriously. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the tone I want, right? It's like the perfect tone
It's
for a
good. Good
slasher.
for yeah. It really is. It really is.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
I have a 1-star review here for this movie, just
Oh,
to balance it out a little bit for those that might hate it. Uh, this is one of the worst films I've seen for years. The storyline has potential, but that is never realized. The actors are a poor choice, but considering the screenwriting, their talent isn't wasted. I really wanted everyone dead as quickly as possible so I could get out and watch something else. Unfortunately, I did
Bathroom.
stay to the end and had a good laugh at the murmurs of people moaning about how crappy this is. There wasn't booing after all. This is England, just gentle moans about how crap that was. Then I
uh,
look on IMDb and see 288 people uh giving it a 10 out of 10. I really just cannot see how those people are able to give that score. They must be a PR company working with a distributor. There's a hilarious set problem towards the end of the movie when the graveyard and the hick attacks. Look out for the dodgy scenery that rocks when touched. Supposed to be a brick wall. The blood effects are way over the top. The film feels like everyone is making a spoof horror except the director. That's unfortunate.
I
well,
got a rebuttal real quick. I'm from London, England. Again, fuck off.
That's fucking
Oh no.
perfect, Randy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Just stop watching movies, I think, if you don't like this, because
yeah,
this
this
is
is a
fun.
fun one.
You don't like fun?